Welcome back into First Take, and I lied. I said it's Stephen A. and Max, but it's also Will Kane in the building. Good to see you as always.
Glad to be here. There's like 10 debates I want to get in on.
Yeah?
I mean, you're going to go in on Jerry Jones, an old man not knowing how to do social media, being unpredictable.
Well, be happy that you invited to one or two. Don't act like you privileged yet. Be happy that you invited to engage in one or two.
So disrespectful.
Wait your turn.
You be happy I'm only invited to one or two. That way you only take 2 beatdowns. The worst thing you could happen to you is me be here all day. Your ego
I'm
can't
not
take
only sleeping,
it.
I snore. I snore when it comes to you. You're please.
We'll see.
Please. Yeah, whatever.
On that note, gentlemen, let's
the hairdo though.
Let's get into one of these debates, shall we? All right. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It is the size of the fight in the dog. Just ask Isaiah Thomas, who led the Celtics past the defending champs in a back-and-forth thriller at the Garden. Thomas leads the C's outright in scoring for the 25th straight game, the longest streak in a single season by any player since Kevin Durant in 2009-2010. But let's not sleep on Kyrie Irving, folks. He had 15 in the third last night and has also been clutch when it counted most. He sealed the deal in the finals. Who did that? Oh, that'd be Kyrie. Stephen A., who would you pick to be on your team right now? You going Irving or are you going Thomas?
I'm not going to disrespect Kyrie Irving like that. I love Isaiah Thomas and what he's been doing. I'm proud of the brother. Again, he's a bona fide, legitimate MVP candidate. But Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving. By the way, he's a champion. He's somebody that really in his first NBA Finals, because the other one didn't count because he got hurt in Game 1 of that NBA Finals series against Golden State a couple of years back. Last year, this was the same Kyrie Irving that dropped 41 in like Game 6. This is the same Kyrie Irving that averaged 27 on Klay Thompson and Steph Curry on the crew. This is the same Kyrie Irving that hit a 3 to seal the deal and secure an NBA championship for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Kyrie Irving, this brother's on another level. There's no question about it. I got a number of love for Isaiah Thomas. He is special. He's going to get his. He is far from a scrub. He is playing like a superstar this year. But Kyrie is Kyrie. He's a bad somebody. Make no mistake about that. And as much as I love Isaiah Thomas, let's put things in its proper perspective and remember that while Isaiah Thomas was doing what he did last night, it was also Kyrie Irving that dropped 28 too. It ain't like he disappeared. Kyrie Irving's a bad somebody. He's a bad boy, and I'm going to roll with him because he is tried and he is proven and he is a champion. I'm going to roll with Kyrie.
Well,
go ahead, Will.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I like to refute several things that were made there. First of all, we don't need to put this in the proper context because the question was, who would you take on your team right now? Right now, not last year, not what happened in the finals last year, not who they might be 4 years from now, with Kyrie being 24 and Isaiah being 28, but right now. And the answer is the little guy. The answer is Isaiah Thomas. By every measure, I can go stat for stat with you. Isaiah Thomas beats Kyrie Irving right now. And the problem for Isaiah is, in any one of these debates, is the argument that you forwarded, Stephen A., which is essentially Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving. Isaiah is fighting a reputation, the 60th pick in the draft versus the #1 overall pick in the draft. It's almost impossible to overcome that kind of reputational value that sticks with you. It's not that Kyrie's not great. We all know how great Kyrie is. But we're having trouble accepting how great Isaiah is. This guy has Aaron Rodgers level confidence. His face shows no panic, no fear. He's hitting shot. This is the king of the fourth quarter, averaging over 10 points a game in the fourth quarter. You want to go stats? We can go stats. Kyrie Irving.
He has to.
Okay, let's do it. Points per game, Isaiah over Kyrie. The only person above him is Russell Westbrook on PER. Isaiah Thomas, better than Kyrie Irving. They're about the same on three-point percentage. They're about the same on assists. When it comes down to it, I want this guy with this unflappable level of confidence, which Kyrie had last year. But I'm talking about right now. Isaiah Thomas is cold. He cannot miss. He doesn't believe he can miss. That's the guy I want running my team right now.
Look, Isaiah Thomas is great. I've always thought so. I always thought he was underrated. In Sacramento, he was giving you 20 and 6 a night, making underrated decisions with the ball, getting to the paint at will. He couldn't get a contract over $7 million a year because teams worried about his defense. And, in fact, they were correct. He's a superstar offensively, but literally every single player in the league has a shot against him whenever they want it because he's simply too short. They can shoot over him. So he's a minus defender. As much as I love him, and believe, by the way, Isaiah Thomas can be the point guard on a championship team. I believe that. I love Isaiah Thomas. Kyrie Irving is better every day of the week. It's not that close. Even if you think Isaiah Thomas is better offensively, which he is not. I mean, Isaiah will put up better numbers but you have to be very careful in basketball about counting numbers and even sometimes efficiency numbers, because primary ball handlers in modern offenses will have those kind of numbers souped up, when in fact Kyrie Irving's not really the primary ball handler all the time for the Cavs. That's really LeBron James. And Kyrie's offensive numbers suffer, even his efficiency numbers, because he is best used in the way LeBron uses him. LeBron James, a basketball genius. He knows how to best optimize his unit and use everyone accordingly in service of championship wins, not just guys inflating their numbers. And so Kyrie actually, the perception of him as an offensive player suffers. When you look at what he can actually do, get to any spot on the floor whenever he wants, the best ball handler, period, including Steph Curry in the NBA. You see that Michael Jordan move he pulled under the basket last night? He can shoot it the whole thing. Offensively, he's actually better than Isaiah Thomas, but even if you wanted to argue by a hair Isaiah was better than him offensively, defensively, for all Kyrie's problems, etc., it's not close. Kyrie, because he's bigger and stronger, simply has much more defensive value than Isaiah Thomas. And finally, Will,
yes,
any basketball GM, anyone given the opportunity right now to have Kyrie or Isaiah Thomas without thinking, Kyrie Irving, it's not a hard decision. I love Isaiah Thomas. Kyrie Irving's clearly the superior player.
You know, only Will Kane can get me to agree with Max Kellerman and make it. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Go down together. I don't care.
The way you can contaminate this show by sitting there and coming up with there's no consideration whatsoever to Isaiah Thomas defending in the post or being incapable of doing so because of his miniature size. We all know he can play. Right now, as you said, he's playing like a superstar. He's an MVP candidate.
Right.
But you're also ignoring the parts around him. Don't just nod, and try to placate the situation. Listen and learn, Will Kane.
I've listened, trust me.
The bottom line is this.
I've listened.
The bottom line is this. Listen up. The bottom line is this.
But he refuses to learn.
Isaiah Thomas, who you're playing with offensively. Kyrie plays with LeBron. He plays with Kevin Love.
I wonder if that makes it easier or harder for him.
No. I'm saying to you, he doesn't have to do but so much. So because of that, the numbers would suffer to some degree. So even though the numbers are comparable, we all know that Kyrie can do more. And he certainly can do more defensively.
May I rebut two of you at one time? First of all, Max.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead. I got nothing else to say.
Okay, I'm going to do it one at a time. We're just going to knock these dominoes down. First of all, Max, what you said about GMs is meaningless to me because the question is who you would take right now. GMs build teams for the future. I'd take Kyrie for the future as well. I'm talking about right now as the debate question was asked. Second, number two, Max, you accept and reject analytics at your leisure when it's convenient to you. Every analytical measure right now, for me, works in Isaiah's favor. The one valid point you made was about defense. But the truth is, Kyrie is not known for his defense either. And plus-minus ratios, offensive, defensive ratings, we're talking about a hair of difference here with Isaiah and Kyrie. Isaiah gets this reputational problem, 60th pick in the draft, bad at defense, that Kyrie suffers from none of that. But he's been accused of matador defense as well, laying guys by. We're not talking about defensive stopper here in Kyrie Irving. Now, finally, the anecdotes as well. Kyrie had an awesome shot under the basket last night. Well, you know what? Isaiah Thomas also had a block on 6'8" Tristan Thompson as well last night. The debate is who you want right now. I want cold-blooded Isaiah Thomas for the remainder of this year. One last point.
Kyrie Irving won the finals with a shot last year.
Wait, one last thing. Stephen A., don't do the LeBron debate.
Finals, Kyrie Irving cold-blooded.
Hold on, real quick. Stephen A., the LeBron thing. Come on, that's the poison in your chalice here. You're telling me LeBron hurts Kyrie's value? I'm telling you Isaiah's doing all this while double-teamed. I'm telling you Isaiah's doing this while the entire other team is focused on him.
I never said he hurt his value.
Kyrie,
I never said he hurt his value.
all the
I said
LeBron
the numbers would be
away.
more if LeBron wasn't there. That's you not listening, trying to win an argument
Will,
you can't win.
the pen.
And throwing your pencil down, acting like you're throwing a microphone. That ain't working either. I'm sorry. I think you lost
I love Isaiah Thomas. There are 5 point guards better than Isaiah Thomas easily. There's Steph, Westbrook, Harden, Kyrie, and John Wall. Everyone knows those 5 guys are better than Isaiah Thomas, but I love Isaiah.
All right, let's see what our First Take fam had to say. We asked you guys on Twitter, who would you rather have? The folks are agreeing with Max and Stephen A. and saying Kyrie. No, but Will, it's very close. Kyrie, just 64% of the vote. So it's closer than you think on that subject. But we got to keep